Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. We're so excited. Just in from my producer is that we are getting people from Cairo, Egypt, from places I can't even say the name of, but we do welcome you and we thank you for being there with us. We thank you for jumping on the site, WYTV7.org, jumping on the site and finding out what's going on with this organization, WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network Incorporated. Well, you know what? I'm delighted that I'm actually one of the host of the Bridge Broadcast Show, that I get the privilege to come to you and talk to you about, getting from where you are to where you need to be. I'm the gateway, the gateway to say, hey, here's some information. And, a couple of shows ago, Mariah shared with me that I'm a doctor because I'm a teacher. And so I was saying I was living in her dream. I'm a living proxy in her dream of being a doctor, because she's at the School of Naturopathy right now, and she's there learning, and she's being a servant. She's co-laboring with us, just as, we co-labor with Christ, on how to live our best lives, living above and not below. The Bible talks about it. He said he came to give us life in abundance to the full until it overflows. And he wants us to live life in abundance. And are you living life in abundance? Are you at a place where you have received all that God has given to you? And you know what? There's another scripture in the Bible that talks about my people perish for lack of knowledge. And this is what we're doing. We're giving you knowledge on how to be better, how to be whole. And this is the thing, from where you are to where you need to be. You know what? You may not have even thought about it, but now that you have heard this, you need to sleep better. You need to have a healthier heart. We need that if we want to live life so we can be productive and purposeful. You know what? It's three score and 10. That's at least 70. I want you to live your full life. You have things to do. You have people to reach that I will never reach. And so let's do this for your heart, for your health, for your sleep. Today, we're going to learn from Mariah more things about sleeping, and we're going to bust the myths around sleep. Mariah, help us to know what we need to know.
Hi, everybody. Thank you again, everybody around the world. Hello. Thanks for being with us. Yeah, I am so pleasured to be here today with you all and to be able to enlighten you, to make you teachers, to make you followers and disciples in what we're doing for our own health, for living the best lives possible, so that we are walking ourselves back to the garden, so to speak, of I believe God wants us to be whole and happy and in community with one another. And we are doing that here today.
Oh my God, you said something so amazing. Back to the garden. Mm. Everything we needed was in the garden. He gave us herbs and, things to live on. And, even though we're not talking about that in this show, everything, we can talk about that. Mariah wants to talk about that. So Mariah, tell us what you want to tell us.
So, I mentioned that because I wanted to talk to you guys about sleep and some of the myths that we hear about, what's good for us and what's not. So there's this neuroscientist from the University of California, Berkeley, named Matthew Walker, and he wrote this incredible book, Why We Sleep. And some of the things that he goes into are just incredible. It's a great book. Go check it out. And with that, he talks about this kind of folklore idea that we have of counting sheep in our sleep, that, I can't sleep, Mom. Honey, just count sheep. Well, this is actually false, because it's taking you on a mental, it's actually allowing your brain to do more work, and in fact, in kind of invigorating your thought process. So to not count sheep, but to meditate. So actually meditate and And here's the walking back to the garden part, to take yourself on this walk into nature in a mental and a visual way, and allowing yourself this kind of peaceful place. Go to a happy place, take that long walk on a beach. And that is something where you actually will drift off into your sleep in a peaceful state. You're relaxed, you're happy, you're enjoying your restful sleep.
Mariah, I would be kidding myself to say that everybody knows how to find that path to a place of peace. And I know we all have different living environments and different things that we worry about: finances, health, career, social relationships. There's so many things that take us off the track. I had an opportunity, talking to young people. They really make it plain for you, and they really highlight kind of the essence of our social state. And when I say social state, social media, a lot of people get lost on social media, and I can't put, people, looking into somebody else's life, and, you can't bring yourself down to walk in that place. Help us out. Social media is inundated us. This might be a sidetrack, but to help us calm down, what do you have for us?
Yeah. So, just being on social media, message that came to me earlier today even was to not compare yourself to other people. This is something that we look at what we don't have, but look around, open your eyes and see what you do have. You have so much, and you have abundance, and you just, it's training our eyes. It's a renewing of our minds and a renewing of our thought process, retraining our brains into something that is, powerful. And we see the beauty that is right there in front of us. So this, social media trend, I just look at it as it being a way to connect and being a good thing, but to know when you're taking too much into account and you're, comparing yourself with one another, that we are all one, and we all have our unique gifts to offer.
Wow, Mariah, you know what? That's a great thing to go into a commercial break as we go into the break, to know that you have abundance and you don't have to compare it with anybody else. We are uniquely designed and set on earth to do what our unique purpose is for our lives. With that, we're going to go to a break. All right, welcome back. We had to I had to bring you to that because social media is really real. It really impacts our life, and it impacts our sleep. Some people even worry. And if you found yourself in the place where you're worried or whatever is impacting your life, you know what? Mariah is going to give us some more tips on how to navigate this journey, like going back to the garden. Okay, continue on with your tips, Mariah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. With that whole idea of the garden, I just want to bring the water component in there. And then some of us, we think about those ocean sounds or that white noise to help us sleep. So there's actually no data out there saying that rhythmic nature is in fact helping you sleep. However, there are different tones, and there's those alpha and brain waves throughout the music. And with that natural rhythm sound, it is soothing and relaxing. With that has been, it's hard in this field of study in some ways because there isn't hard evidence all the time, because it's different for every person and their whole picture of their lifestyle. So if you're doing a particular study for the benefits of natural sounds during sleeping, there could be many other factors that we can only do so much to to try and have as guidelines. But really, when you think about your lifestyle and having it be in a natural way, to really get back to nature, get back to a wholeness, get back to the natural sounds around you, and whatever works for you. And you have to find your own path and your own sleep journey that is going to benefit you.
Mariah, tell us where can I look to find that? Say, I don't know, white noise. Where can I go?
Yeah, there's Spotify today, even YouTube videos. It seems like there's everything on YouTube nowadays, but if in fact, I've even gone and recorded some of my own sounds, and early in the morning, in the springtime, when there's the birds chirping and whatnot, or if you get the opportunity to find yourself by a stream or a river, just record that soothing sound, whatever is suitable for you. But yeah, I would say YouTube has a lot of those things on it.
Awesome. That's good. Some good resources. So if you're looking for that assistance, go look up it's good sleep, sounds or, rhythms. You'll find it. If not, reach out to us and we'll try to help you out. Mariah, what else do we have?
Right. Yes. Yeah. If you're looking up any sort of meditation videos, that you'll be able to find those on there. And I want to bring that into our next point of talking about napping. So with our busy lives, do we get enough sleep, and can I take a nap? And yes, you can. And if it is at the same time, try to every day. That there is evidence of saying that getting those 20-minute power naps are helpful and beneficial for your body. But also no, because you're breaking up that adenosine is the chemical that builds naturally throughout the day to help make us tired. So you're kind of breaking up that time, and when you sleep, it kind of gets depleted again. And so when you sleep and you nap, you have more energy when you wake up, and you have so that chemical, you have more of it later in the day, which you're not supposed to. So that, and it can make it harder to fall asleep. So the danger of napping and kind of that pressure of having a good night's sleep.
Mariah, I don't know if I should be jealous of my husband because he naps really well. I mean, he can just sleep and then go back and get some more sleep. I was like, how do you do that? How do you sleep so much? But it's okay. I tried it. I tried napping, and I literally have to be so tired that I'm just tired. And so napping for me, if napping for you works, great. If it doesn't work for you, it's still okay. But knowing what works for you so that you can have a better night's rest.
Yeah. And to keep it at that same time. So, if you do hit that 2 p.m. lull, okay, do your regular 2 p.m. 20-minute snooze, and continue on with your day. And so that's a productive way to go about it. So that going into my fifth tip with that you your sleep pattern and getting into a set schedule. We were talking about sleep hygiene a couple weeks ago, and that sleep hygiene is so crucial, and staying in that pattern. So if you do get that monophasic sleep from 7 to 8 hours that we normally do get, that's one way to do it. Or you can have the biphasic, so having two different phases of the 5 and 6 hours of sleep at night, and then you have your 20-minute to an hour nap later on in the day. And that does come from more of a kind of tribe mentality, and a little bit with the siestas post lunch, that we are somewhat hardwired for that. So whichever way works for you, know your body, know yourself, and just be inspired to live your life holistically the way that it's suitable for you.
Mariah, this has been an amazing journey talking on part 1, part 2, now part 3 with busting myths on sleep hygiene. Boy, I never knew that there was so much to know about sleep. I thought you just put your head, you just close your eyes and you go to sleep, and what you've just showed us over the last several weeks is that there's things that we really need to know. And really, this is the repairing cycle. And so as we wrap up, as we wrap up this series, is there anything from the whole series that you want to remind us, just, on sleep hygiene and the myths? Is there anything else that you want to tell us as we close this out?
Yeah, I would really just like to highlight for like living your best life and to reap the benefits of the life that you sow, the seeds that you are planting every day. These are boosting your immune system. They're helping your heart. They're helping your mentality, your mood, and breaking chains of stress, of anxiety, of depression, and really being able to connect better with one another, with full minds, full hearts and bodies, well rested and full functioning, to live the life that God has placed for us, and to do his work, to continue to serve and continue to breathe life into one another. And we were doing that today. And I really hope and pray for each one of you listening today that you have some extra breath of life into you, and to breathe life into other people as we serve with our hands that the Lord has given us.
Amen. And you just have declared something over our audience, and I hope that you received it. It may not have been close your eyes and pray, but she declared and literally prayed over your life. She spoke abundance, like we talked about in the beginning. You have knowledge now, and it is not God's will that you perish because of the lack of knowledge. And so today we just encourage you, as we close out, reach out to us. I'm going to give you a challenge. Try these tips. Try the tips that you've been getting. And if you see improvement in your life of how you deal with your family, be it your partner, your mate, your husband, your children, your coworkers, if you see a difference that is absolutely blowing your mind because you're doing some things differently, reach out and tell us. We definitely want to know. I know Mariah would want to know, and I definitely want to know. And so, with that being said, you've got some things that you are now accountable for. I'm going to hold you to that. So I look forward to seeing you in our next show. Have a great day and God's blessings to you. Bye-bye now.